everybody, this is the metal frame carbon fiber magnetic fidget slider. I found it on AliExpress and we're going to talk about it a little bit. Stick around. So they describe this as a carbon fiber magnetic slider. It is magnetic. I wouldn't say it's carbon fiber though. I have a few carbon fiber sliders that we'll be talking about and comparing these two here. I would call it, they do call it a metal frame at least. It is a metal frame. It seems to be anodized aluminum because it comes in either black or the silver like this, and that's what it looks and feels like. It's been dinged up a little bit so you can see the raw metal underneath. I'm pretty sure it's just anodized aluminum. And then this is just a carbon fiber inlay. They make this, you can get this in 3 different types of carbon fiber patterns, I suppose you'd call it. This would be the mild pattern, I think. The next would be like this, but a little bit more aggressive, more visible, kind of more random and flaky. I don't know what words to use to describe carbon fiber. I like it, but I'm not fond of it that much. The third one would be this pattern here. So you can get that in with the metal silver frame or a black, I believe probably the same thing in black, anodized aluminum. It works really well. There's 2 little plastic slugs that fit in here. I had trouble getting mine. They did the first time they sent this, it didn't have any. And when I asked for the slugs, then they sent me the wrong ones. And then I requested them again, and they finally sent me the right ones. But when you take those out, it works pretty well as a free-floating slider that you can, you can't ladder. You can't really ladder with a, we call it laddering, but let's just do it. Here's your little slugs, I call them. I don't know what better to call them. Make sure that's focused. They're very hard to see. Clear acrylic of some kind. You would not want to take this out in the woods with you. That'd be lost for sure. And I took forever to get them. I didn't bring them out here with me. In fact, I'm not sure where they are right now, but I did have, when I talked about this previously, I did talk about it a little bit somewhere along the lines, but I found, if you're familiar with WD-40, it has that little a red plastic tube taped to the side, and you can stick it on the end of the nozzle so you can do like better, more precise oiling with the sprayer. And that tube was just the right diameter to fit in this groove, just like these slugs do. And I cut 2 pieces about this long and dropped them in there, and that worked in the meantime. Now these fit very, very well. There's like virtually no wiggle at all, which is nice. I do wish those were metal. I mean, they would have at least stood out better, and at least you would feel like if you felt them in your hand or your pocket or something, that these 2 clear acrylic things are just as light as a feather. It does work really well. Like I said, I guess that's where I was headed. There's not much play. Those slugs fit really well. And without the slugs, it works fairly well as a free-floating slider. I like to go up there to the, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 clicks to the, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4 clicks all the way to the top. But I like to go 1, 2, 3 clicks up and then rotate like that and then bring it home. Of course, the easiest thing to do would be just take it up all the way, spin it around. You could take it up the same way I just did. It's very smooth. That's one of the things I like about the ball sliders and sliders that use a track and an insert like this. They can be taken apart and then used as a free-floating slider. I like that. That variability. But yeah, we'll compare this to a few other things next. And yeah, if you were going to look for this, I should have said, by this point in time, I guess it's a good point in time to say it. I'm not putting links in my description or in my comments anymore, especially to AliExpress. I'll put a link in there if it's to somebody I know and trust, but Nothing from AliExpress will get a link ever again. So I'm giving you a description. So if you want to look for it, and I'll put it on the screen here. And after all, this video is for here and now, today. In 2-3 years, less than that probably, any links we have up, unless it's a long-lasting company, they're going to be gone and useless anyhow. So I'm hoping most of my videos are going to be useful to you, collectors, enthusiasts, and like me, just looking for information on how to take things apart, how to clean them, how they work, what's cool, what isn't cool, what I think's cool, what isn't cool. So we'll leave it at that. But what I'm going to do is put the description across the top here, and you can search for that on AliExpress. You'll eventually find this. I think the main photo that they use is one of a black framed one, so it doesn't look exactly like this, but you'll find it. Next thing we'll do is some comparisons. So they're calling this a carbon fiber slider, but it's not. It's a carbon fiber inlay, but since that's what they called it, and that's what you're probably here for, let's just compare it to the carbon fiber things that I do have. I've got this awful haptic coin, and then in order of worst to best, I do like them, they're interesting, but this is particularly bad because I've just discovered over time it's good enough for this. It's very pretty. I love the design, what they did here. It's very nice. I got to get through these. I won't try to make this a review about all these again. But what's bad about this one is when you get up here to the top, you really need a rectangular bottom down here, not this chevron V shape, because it makes it all that harder to flip it around. You just don't have that corner there to work with. So there's that one. This one I really liked. I do like the little gecko on there, lizard, whatever it is. This one uses the same exact plugs as the other one did, slugs, whatever we're calling them. But these are metal, less likely to get lost and easily felt in the hand. So there's that. I should be holding these up at the same time. So we'll do this one here too. These are actual carbon fiber all the way through, and they're not very expensive. I think they're under 25. Some of them are worth it, some of them aren't. This one is the one I think that's really worth it. Real good, solid design. Very loud, very snappy. Bigger, longer slugs for a little bit better of a, less wiggle. But yeah, size-wise, and we'll go with the old favorite, the standard CP3. And the pig nose slider gets a little bit closer to being the right size, or similar in size. The YEDC Let's Race slider is much heavier, of course, but it's approximately the same size, a little thicker, I think. And I think the closest thing in size, maybe a little, it's tall. This is shorter, but the Mackie CP2. So there you have it. Let's just do weights and measurements yet. It is 30 millimeters wide, 52 tall, and just under 10 millimeters thick. Now that's with, you know what it is, it's with or without. They're in there. The two little plastic slugs are in there. But just like the other carbon fiber models that I just showed you, those slugs are loose in there. So they're not contributing to the thickness. In other words, they're not sandwiched in there. They're loose. So we got all the sizes, right? Let's do the weight. I'll put it on its side rather than down. I think when you put the fidgets on the scale downward, the magnets can affect the scale, you know? So I'm going to go sideways. Let's see if it does affect anything here. In this case, 38.8. Look at that. 36. 39.8. Well, 40, depending on where you're at, probably. So the magnetism is affecting the scale. So let's go, even this would be better, because there's even less magnets close to the scale. So 36, a little higher, 36.2, 42. Well, not that any of that shit's critical, but there we go. And we'll just say it's 36 grams. And, well, worth $25, I think, if this is your kind of thing. I like these sort of things for some reason. Simple, but effective. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully this wasn't as long and drawn out as some of the other ones are, but and hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Bye.